the mechanical issues that Amtrak's been having. So Amtrak's been having lots of mechanical issues lately, and I also want to talk about mechanical issues and pedestrian incidents, two things. So the mechanical issues, like many surfliner cab cars are currently breaking down right now. So they're having lack of equipment, so they're having to use some other units. So it's kind of they're needing more equipment. So basically, what that means they're gonna if they're gonna since they're gonna implement implement the new schedule next month, they're gonna have to snatch equipment from snatch other equipment to use because otherwise they won't have enough equipment. Like they only have so much equipment now because some some surfliners have broken down, like the cab cars. Like recently, 6903 hit a car. I don't know if it was a car or a truck. It hit something, according to what Surfline Rail Fan 3001 told me. And yeah, it was pretty tragic. Train was going 70 miles per hour, so it was a horrific crash. So rip to all the people. Well, I don't know if they died, but rip to those who passed away. But anyway, yeah, so basically the cab cars aren't reliable, and also the chargers as well. Like the chargers excuse me, chargers are constantly breaking down. And basically, I mean, there are only so many chargers there. So like Amtrak has to get more equipment quickly and as quick as possible to do that. I mean they have to realize that their mechanical issues are not just going to keep stopping. I mean, they could happen anytime. Like Amtrak Amtrak, specifically the Surfliner, is known to have mechanical issues at times. That's just the facts as we know it. Like I know in the recently there have been mechanical issues, which is why we've had the special units like the MPCU unit or the P42 or the Dash 8 leading. It's because all the need for extra equipment to use on the Surfline, since there's less of the cab cars and chargers. But luckily we have those. So, and then as far as the pedestrian incidents go, yeah, we've had lots of those too. So it's just lots of chaos on the Surfline. Like I know that people try to beat trains, and it's not cool to beat trains. Like you're not gonna, like, if you beat trains, like there's no point in that. Like you're just gonna get run over. So don't be a stupid person who makes a bad decision. I know I've talked about in the past, but I know, like, these incidents keep occurring, specifically on the Surfline a lot, and we can prevent that by following directions and looking both ways at a train track. And also, when you're at a train track, when one train comes, expect another train to come as well. Be sure you're paying attention, because just because there's one train doesn't mean another one's gonna come as well. So, but yeah, just make sure that you're looking both ways when a train is coming, and do not ever wear headphones when you're crossing the tracks, because it could be dangerous. So you need to watch out for your surroundings at all times when you're crossing the train tracks. Don't listen to music on headphones. Don't listen to music, and don't. It's kind of bad to be looking at your phone when you're crossing the train tracks, because there have been instances about that from what I've seen on what someone told me on YouTube. So don't be that person. So just make sure that you're following the rules when around train tracks, the basic rules, and like if something, like if you see something at a train crossing, say something. There's a number at railroad crossings where you can report an incident that occurs or report trespassers or whatever. So make sure to call that number if you see something, and don't be a person who makes a bad decision about that, because I know people have done that in the past and it hasn't ended well. So I don't want you to fall into that category of being a good person who does a bad decision, because and this also goes for at train stations. When you're waiting for the train, you need to be behind the yellow line at all times, because that the yellow line is there for a reason. I mean, the yellow line is to keep you away from the tracks. So you need to stay behind the yellow line, and they'll even announce it on the PA system or whatever it's called, to stay behind the yellow line at all times. And also cross the train tracks at designated railroad crossings. I know like the trolley stations, it's a little different, because you can just go across the station because the track's not very deep. But as far as like at a regular train station like Coaster or Amtrak, you need to use the railroad crossing gates, or sometimes they have a pedestrian crossing that you can cross that, and that's going to be at train stations. And also having headphones on means you can't hear the train coming, so you won't even know that there's a train coming if you have your headphones on probably. And sometimes in cases where they have a quiet zone in, it's going to be also dangerous. So you just should have your headphones on at all times to make sure you can hear other things around you, like the trains around you. So, but yeah, so that's a understanding of why we need to be safe around train tracks, because I know lots of incidents have occurred recently in the past, and we can prevent that by staying away from the tracks and making sure we're aware of our surroundings. So, and make sure when you're in a vehicle that you obey the railroad crossing signals as well. Do not, never ever stop on the tracks for any reason. Like I know there are cases where you'll be on the train track, there's a traffic light, never stop on the tracks either. You have to stop before the tracks if there's a traffic light, or after the tracks. Never stop on the tracks. And also, don't, like, if you're in a car, same rules apply to as if you're walking on foot. Don't try to beat the train. Don't go in front of crossing gates when the gates are going down. That's basically the same thing as trespassing, or basically trying to beat the train. Don't do that. I've seen people do that also, and it's not a smart decision. Don't be that person. But anyway, just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about that, and also the surfline are going to increase the service next month, so that's going to hopefully improve travel. But they're going to snag more equipment, for that. But yeah, so anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for tuning in. Peace out.